"We will help you in any way we can," Rachel said at once. "Thank you," Helena replied gratefully. "We know the goblins will be practicing their new skills, so they will probably turn up in places connected with each magic object. We are going riding today," Trusty remembered. "Only the goblins with your magic riding helmet will be there," Helena. In her green riding jacket, tan riding pants, and boots, Trusty thought Helena was dressed perfectly for riding, except that she was missing the special riding helmet that all riders need. Helena looked excited. "I will come with you in case he is," she said. "Let's go back to your world right away." The girls had just enough time to say goodbye to the fairies before Helena waved her wand and whisked them away to Rachel's room. The dolls turned back to their normal sizes once more. "Are you ready, girls?" They heard Mr. Water calling. Helena tucked herself into Trusty's pocket as the girls hurried downstairs. Rachel's dad was waiting to drive them to the stables. Both girls felt tingly with excitement as they got into the car. It was wonderful to be starting a new fairy adventure. It was only a short ride to Timpington Stables, and soon Mr. Walker was parking the car. "Have fun," he told the girls as they jumped out. I will come and pick you up at the end of your lessons." By that, Rachel called. She turned to Trusty. "Our instructor is named Vivian," she said. "Let's go and find her." As the girls walked towards the stables, Elena picked out of Trusty's pocket. "I can sense a lot of confusion here," she said anxiously. "I wonder what's going on." Rachel and Trusty walked around to the riding ring and stared in horror at the chaos that greeted them. Horses and ponies were trotting back and forth without riders, and the stable's hands were running around trying to catch them. One girl was attempting to mount, but the girth on her pony hadn't been tightened. The saddle slipped, dumping the rider straight onto the ground. Kirsty helped the girl to her feet. Luckily she was unhurt. She quickly thanked Kirsty before going back to her house. A lady with red hair hurried over, and Helena dug into Kirsty's pocket again. "Hi, Vivian," Rachel said to the red-haired lady. "Is everything all right?" Vivian sighed. "I am afraid it is kind of hectic today, girls," she said. "I am trying to sort everything out before your lessons. You are going to ride Shadow, Rachel, and your friend will be on Brandy. Why don't you go and check up? I will be with you as soon as I have everything under control." "Okay," Rachel said as she and Kirsty headed off to find their ponies. They'd hardly taken a step when a rider went trotting past, facing backward on her pony. "Oh no," Vivian cried, rushing to help. "I will meet you in the ring, girls," she called over her shoulder. Helena picked out again. "This is awful," she said, looking worried as she peered around the stables, "and it is all because my magic riding helmet is missing. If I had that, then none of this would be happening." Suddenly she frowned, deep in concentration. Then her tiny face brightened. "It's here," she said. "My magic riding helmet is here. I can sense it." She stared in dismay as another horse trotted past without a rider on its back. "But we've got to find it soon," she added before things get any worse.